My Amazon business did over $200,000 in the month of August in revenue. We're on pace to do over $300,000 this month. And hopefully our goal is to cross over $1 million in just Q4 alone, right? So we're doing some pretty insane numbers. If you don't know who I am, my name's Hish, also known as like ecom on Instagram, YouTube, all that good stuff. But the main point of me making this video is to break down to you guys exactly the importance behind making a lot of money, and it could be through anything. For me, it was ecom. For other people, it could be sales. It could be anything, right? And you have to understand that it all starts with mindset. Simple as that. It literally all starts with mindset, right? Like just last month, we cleared, like I said, 200 grand in revenue. It's about $50,000 profit. I'm only 20 years old. I still get ID'd at a bar if I were to go to one. And obviously that's a substantial lot of money for some people, right? And we're planning on doing over $100,000 profit in just Q4. In just 3 months span, we're planning on clearing $150,000 to $200,000 profit is the goal. And, at the end of the day, right, obviously this didn't happen overnight. I don't think I have to say that. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty easy to understand because all great things take time. But you also have to understand the fact that if you want to achieve something great, it all starts with your day-to-day routine, right? If you think right now, okay, what do I want to accomplish? What are the goals that I have? Where am I now? Where do I want to get to? If you think about all that right now, you have to understand that it all starts with a program. It all starts with a blueprint, with a roadmap of your day-to-day lifestyle, right? Most people, especially my age, their roadmap looks like, if you were to pull out a piece of paper right now, it looks like a little kid scribbled all over it, and that's their blueprint. That's their roadmap. You know why? Because they don't have structure. And structure is everything when it comes to building something, achieving something great, and really building the lifestyle that you want. For me, it was everything, right? For me, waking up every single day, hitting the gym to start off the day, that was how I grew. That's how I started. Yes, I know I know I'm talking about the gym right now, but little things like that, where I did it every single day. Did I like it at first? Absolutely not, right? But I did it every day anyways. Why? Because I stuck to my routine. And when you stick to a routine, you're ensuring success, right? And you've probably heard of this before. Failing to plan is planning to fail. And if you're going to continuously fail to plan your days, how are you planning to succeed? It's like, it doesn't make sense, logically speaking, right? And understand that your goals are not as far as you think they are. They're really not. It really is just consistency, right? The same exact work every single day, the same exact things that are gonna help you get to where you wanna get to. That's all it is every single day. And the sooner you understand that is when you're gonna realize that your goals are literally not far away. And the second I realized that, all I had to do was do the same things every single day, do the things that most people are not willing to do. For example, go to the gym, not eating like shit, investing in myself, learning the right material, investing into a mentor, starting that business, starting my Amazon account, all the beginner stuff. The second I realized that that's all it took to win is when I went all in, right? And you start to realize, as you grow and grow and grow, that most people, their current situation, right, is your worst scenario, right? Especially if you're young like me. And, I'm a 20-year-old kid, right? And when I first started this at 18 years old, I was working a job, I was working 9 to 5, I was playing basketball, I was going to college, right? All things that I didn't really enjoy besides basketball, besides being an athlete. But school and, college and, just 9 to 5, like I knew I was not destined for that, right? And I don't mean that in a cocky or arrogant way at all, or I don't mean that at all. Honestly, I don't. I'm just trying to relate with some of you guys because I know that's exactly how some of you guys are feeling, right? You're probably going to school right now. You could be working 9 to 5. You could be going through those things and you probably don't like it, just like I don't like it. But when I realized that situation was my worst possible scenario, that's when I went all in. That's when I realized that my goals, what I want to achieve, what I currently have in mind right now, I guess what could possibly be the worst thing that happens to me is my current situation. That's when I said, I have nothing to lose. I have everything to gain. And most of you watching this, I guarantee you probably have nothing to lose. In the sense that if you fail, you just go back to where you are right now. So what is it that's really holding you back? You know what it is? It's the poison mindset that you're currently living right now. It's the habits that you need to break right now. It's literally structuring your life in a way where you have to change something, where you're literally forced to succeed, because success is the only option. That's it. It's the only option. When I made success the only option, it happened. Why? Because it's the only option. I had to succeed. I had to make sure that every single day, everything that I was doing was adding up to my goals. Going to the gym, being in the best shape of my life, which I am right now, right? This shirt is not doing me justice right now, but I'm pretty jacked, I'm pretty fit. I'll put some photos and some videos right here for you guys to look at right now. Like, the second I understood that I have nothing to lose is when I went all in, right? And the scariest part is that most men will never realize they have absolutely nothing to lose. They'll never realize that. And what's unfortunate about that is their potential will never be shown. They will never be able to reap the rewards of what they could have achieved had they just overcame themselves and taking that first step, taking that risk, taking that investment, right? And it's like you start to understand as you grow and grow and grow that succeeding is not that hard to comprehend. Is it easy? No. Is it simple? Yes. Because at the end of the day, I can guarantee you right now, if you look at your current lifestyle, you know exactly what you have to do. You know the things that the things that you're not that are not being done right now, that could be done right now, could very well be moving you forward. You know exactly what those things are. I don't have to point them out. You can point them out yourself, right? You hold yourself accountable. You know yourself better than I would know yourself. So think about that right now, because I can guarantee you come up with a few things right now, right? And start to act on those things. Start to realize that, well, I know exactly what I have to do. Why am I not doing it? And you realize you're probably not doing it because you're lazy. You're second guessing and you're overthinking shit before it's even happened. Like, it hasn't even happened yet and you're already thinking about the worst possibilities. Like, why? You need to start conditioning yourself in a mindset that it's gonna work out, it's gonna happen. And the second you start is when you're gonna start moving forward, right? Because if you stay in the same situation you're in right now, how are you ever gonna expect to move forward, right? Like, it's like, it just goes back to the whole idea of you're planning, you want to succeed, but your habits don't want to succeed. You're failing to plan, and you failing to plan is planning to fail, right? That's really what it comes down to. And for me, I mean, obviously, like I said, the gym kept me on my routine, focusing on my business, learning the business, networking, investing in myself, all those things, and sticking to those things, even when they didn't feel comfortable, is exactly why I am where I am, right? And if I look at my phone right now, what are we at for the days so far in sales? I think we're at 9.5K today in sales. $9,500 in sales today. I'm only 20 years old, right? And if you would have told me that I would be doing this 2 years ago, I probably wouldn't believe you. Why? Is it because I don't think I believe myself? Absolutely not. But it's more so because, as young guys, as entrepreneurs, like, I guess as up and coming hustlers, it's kind of hard to comprehend ourselves in that position when we haven't even seen that yet. But the whole point here is I manifested that. And the whole point here is not only did I manifest it, but my goals and my day-to-day basis, my day-to-day actions matched to it. I matched it every single day. I did the things that I didn't want to do, but I knew those things were going to carry me forward. And I had a really genuine conversation yesterday at the gym. It was with this guy. He's a really cool guy we met. He's making around $20,000, $30,000 a month. He's only 21 years old, very similar in age. He's only a year older than me. And one thing he brought up is, look, man, once you start to give more in the world, you start to give without expecting anything back is when as a byproduct, you will get more things back. As a byproduct, you're going to get more things back when you give more things for free out of self-consciousness of wanting to do better. That's just going to happen, right? And that's the law of attraction. And most people will never understand that because they're so stuck up in a greedy, conservative mindset that's not allowing them to jailbreak free of their own thoughts in their own mind. And at the end of the day, I mean, hey, more for us. That's kind of how I look at it. But I'm making this video for you guys that do want to make a change, but you don't know where to start. And it all starts by your day-to-day actions. It all starts by breaking the habits that you're doing right now that aren't pushing you forward. That could be as simple as, talking to girls, wasting your time on them. It could be smoking weed, drinking alcohol. That could be wasting all your free time with bullshit that's not moving you forward, right? Like, you know exactly what you have to do. You know exactly the things that you're doing right now. You know some of the things that you could be doing right now that you're not doing, and you know some of the things that you are doing right now that you should not be doing. You know both of those scenarios. I don't know them, but you know yourself better than I would know. So the question is, are you going to break free of those things, and are you going to allow yourself to move forward, or are you going to let that be the cornerstone and pretty much the ultimate downfall to you as a person and as a man? It's as simple as that. You have to overcome yourself. And safe to say, after I overcame myself as far as understanding that I have to hit the gym because I want to get the best shape of my life, I have to stay consistent with that business. I have to invest in that mentor. I have to start that business. I have to just start. Everything changed. Now I'm doing 6 figures a month in revenue. Me and my friends at this Airbnb, it's, it costed us $12,000 a month, to just have this. We're splitting it between us. We're on a high rise here in California. I can see the Los Angeles skyline from here. Like, I'm literally living a GTA lifestyle right now. I'm only 20 years old. And am I saying that to flex or like be cocky? Absolutely not, because I could care less for that. At the end of the day, that's not going to make or break me. Why am I saying this? Is because this is the exact message that I would have needed had I started at 20 years old, or had I started at 18 years old as a young entrepreneur. This is the exact message that I would have needed. So if you're young, trying to make it out, understand that's not far away. Just a few little minor tweaks you got to make on your day-to-day life, and your mindset will obviously adjust that too. And over time, I mean, it's a very simple process, right? Your day-to-day actions change, your mind will change, and your reality will change. Simple as that. So I hope you guys got this video, got value out of this video, excuse me. And I think I'm gonna make more videos like this because I realize that mindset is really a big factor to succeeding and to success. So with that being said, see you guys in the next one, and start winning. Peace.